I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. Again, my name is Andy Hunthausen. I'll be chairing the meeting today. To my left normally would be Commissioner Rolfe. He's going to be gone today. And to my further left over here is Brandy Spangler. She'll be taking care of us today. Good morning, Brandy. To my right, Commissioner Candace Payne. Good morning. We have Deputy County Attorney Nico Hash and Keegan Shea. Good morning, gentlemen. And Chief Administrative Officer Roger Baltz. Good morning. There is a sign-in sheet in the front as well as agendas. Please sign in prior to leaving today so we have a good record of who's attended our meetings. And we will start with consent action items, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Baltz. Good morning again.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioner Payne. It's item 2A on the agenda for you to consider this morning. It's vendor claims report for the week ending November 22, 2024. Staff recommends approval, and Marni Bentley is here as usual as well, Commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Questions at all, Commissioner? Okay. All right, you're off the hook today, I guess, Marni. All right, how about public comment on this item, on the consent action item? Public comment. Hearing none, is there a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the consent action item 2A as presented by Roger Baltz.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to approve consent action item 2A as presented. Further discussion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. On to the next item on the agenda, which is a memorandum of understanding between Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office and the Montana State University Police. Good morning, sir.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner, good morning. I know before you, the paperwork says Captain Brian Robinson, but you get the other bald captain from the Sheriff's Office this morning. I'm Captain Kevin Wright. I'm our Special Operations Captain. Before you, the Commissioners will consider the Memorandum of Understanding with the Montana State University of Police for requesting assistance with traffic control and/or ensuring public safety for the purpose of events held at Montana State University. The MOU begins November 21st, 2024. A little bit of back history on this MOU. We have had previous MOUs with MSU in the past, and what that is they have large events, and their staff, their police department cannot handle that on their own for the certain events that they have. So they put out a request for assistance. They pay for those responding deputies and pay for the services that are provided. But what Lewis, and I know you're probably wondering, well, that's great for them, but what does Lewis and Clark County gain from us attending a Montana State football game, basketball game, other large concerts, other than our guys get to go to really good events? What we gain is the experience for those deputies at those large events, and they get to see the inside of managing those events, how they handle those events, and all the insides out for public safety. And they bring that knowledge back to Lewis and Clark County for the events that we have. Now, a lot of our events aren't to the size of that, but maybe Carroll will get a little bit bigger and they'll have some big football games there. But we do provide safety for high school football games, Carroll football games, events at the fairgrounds. So they bring that knowledge back and share that with other deputies back at the office so that we can go forward and be better at what we do.
Great. Thank you. Any questions, Commissioner?
Of course I have a question. Are there other law enforcement organizations that enter into MOUs with MSU? You know how I love acronyms.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Memorandum of Understandings, let's see, it would be memorandums, plural, of understanding between Montana State University Police and other law enforcement entities.
It's my understanding that, yes, several other law enforcement agencies do have this. So when we go to those games, there's just a plethora of other agencies that are there assisting with those events.
Could you give me an example of like 3?
No, because I guess I can't even think. I've never attended one myself, but there are a lot of other ones because, I mean, they can't just rely on us.
Likely.
They send this out to several, like Gallatin County, Bozeman Police Department, and a lot of the other neighboring agencies, and
I think
all the way
there's a
up.
young man approaching that's going to give you the skinny on this.
He's probably attending.
Introduce.
Yes, ma'am. Corporal Chris Norris with the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office. I've worked several of the games at MSU. Most recently, agencies that I've seen are Great Falls Police Department, West Yellowstone Police, Gallatin County Sheriff's Office. Those are the main agencies that I've seen at the games recently, so it is a regional thing. And if I can add one more thing, we do have several citizens from Lewis and Clark County that go travel for those games, and they enjoy seeing their local law enforcement personnel at those games.
Thank you. I appreciate the information.
Thank you. Anything else, Captain?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. I think you answered my questions as well, and I like that you talked about, I was going to bring that up, that likely the knowledge gain can be brought back, and even our smaller events like the Augusta Rodeo and Lincoln 4th of July and rodeo and all of that, there's things that probably can be learned about how to deal with large crowds or larger crowds, and sometimes people who might be, excited or
Not on their best
otherwise,
behavior.
taken. Yes. Without any other questions, how about public comment on this item? Any public comment? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the Memorandum of Understanding between Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office and the Montana State University Police as presented by Captain Wright.
Second. Moved and seconded to approve the Memorandum of Understanding as presented. Further discussion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right. Next item on the agenda is a grant award to Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office from the Montana Disaster and Emergency Services. Good morning again.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Before you is action item number 4. The Commissioners will consider accepting the grant award in the amount of $94,000 from the Montana Department of Emergency Services State Homeland Security Grant for the Regional Explosive Ordinance Disposal Sustainment Project. The grant period starts October 1st, 2024 and goes through September 30th, 2026. This is an annual grant that we apply for with the state. There's no matching funds required from the county, and an additional note, there's actually a governor's order that the first piece of grant funding goes to the regional EOD teams in the state.
Thank you. And just for the record for this item, just so that we have it, who's presenting?
Yes, yeah. As soon as I started speaking, I realized I forgot to say that. So
problem.
Corporal Christopher Norris, Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you. Just wanted to get it in there somewhere. All right, any questions, Commissioner?
I just am kind of curious as what the heck, Regional Explosive Ordinance Disposal Sustainment Project. What the heck are you guys disposing of?
So it varies from different things. Obviously, the biggest thing that we worry about is IEDs, or improvised explosive devices. So someone's making some sort
Would
of
you talk slower? What? IED.
IEDs, improvised explosive devices. So someone's making a homemade
Okay.
explosive of some sort to cause harm or hurt others.
Okay.
That's part of our responsibility. The other part is we are in Montana. We have a lot of old military ordnance that gets found from time to time, and that is something that we can take care of as well, in addition with our partners with the military EOD.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No more
Thank you.
questions.
Appreciate it. How about public comment on this item? Any public comment? Okay, seeing none. Commissioner, is there a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the grant award to Lewis and Clark Sheriff's Office from Montana Disaster and Emergency Services as presented by Officer Norris.
Second.
Deputy Norris.
Second. Moved and seconded to approve the grant award as presented. Further discussion. Thank you for the explanation. Appreciate you being here today and helping out Captain Wright.
Thank you.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Had to razz you a little bit, Captain. It's part of my job.
He'd
Before you
feel
leave,
bad.
I got to get everyone in I can before you.
He'd feel bad if you didn't,
Yes.
pay attention to him.
All right, next item on the agenda is board appointments. Mr. Baltz.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioner Payne. This is item number 5 on the agenda for you to consider today. It is an appointment for the Human Services Task Force, and I'll read the memo that's been prepared into the record for your consideration. And the candidate under discussion meets the qualification for consideration of this appointment. Susan Gobbs resigned September 5, 2024. Todd Will applied. Action staff recommends that the commissioners consider the applicant for the Human Services Task Force to a partial term that will expire June 30, 2025. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Baltz. Commissioner, any questions for Mr. Baltz at this time?
Nope.
How about public comment on this proposed action? Any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none. Commissioner, what would you like to do?
This is a lot more work when Tom's not here. I gotta pay attention. I move that we approve the board appointment to the Human Services Task Force as explained by Roger Balls.
Second, and just to clarify, that's Todd Will, correct? And for a term June 30th, 2025. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Any questions, comments? All right. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. All right, we are at that time in the meeting where we will take public comment on any item that is under the jurisdiction of the commission, but not on today's agenda. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Hearing none, we will stand adjourned. Thank you.